Root work, feel that natural flow. Root work, stay fresh wherever you go. Root work, I like the way it feels. Root work, the magic is so real. Root work, you need it for work or play. Root work keeps me fresh throughout the day. Root work.
What's going on with y'all? Hope you guys had a great weekend, and I hope the start of your week is prosperous so far, ladies and gentlemen. But glad to have everybody in. Everybody pile on in the room, and let's get the late night tap in popping like we always do, ladies and gentlemen. Let me shout out all the regulars first. Shout out to Nikki the God, the lovely Nikki the God. Y'all give her a nice follow. What's up, Amor? I see you in here, brother Ani Asaru in the building. Shout out to all the newcomers, the people who are new. If you are new to the Tariq tap in, the late night tap in, give me a thumbs up. All the newbies. If you are new to the late night tap in, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, we get to popping late night right here on the Twitter space. What's up, Red Panda? Shout out to Red Panda, one of the regulars. So we do our thing. We're going to take calls early. We're going to take calls early this evening. So you guys get ready. If you got your questions ready, go ahead and get queued up. And I'll bring you on up in a second. I just want to remind people um, we got an event happening at the Hidden History Museum October 26th. I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. We're going to have a Halloween event. I think we're going to have a Halloween contest, like a costume contest. So people come in, you got a fly contest, get a couple of $100. So we're gonna make it real fun for the fam to come down. We always have a ball at the Hidden History Museum. For more information about the Hidden History Museum, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. You can do that now and check out the movie, the best documentary on hip hop in the game right now. That's Microphone Check, the uncolonized version. You can get that at microphonecheck.com, ladies and gentlemen. And Microphone Check will soon be on fbastream.com. It will be on fbastream.com pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. So what's going on out here, man? You know what's interesting? What's happening? A lot of the Democratic shills, they've been shilling extra hard lately. They've been really shilling hard because according to some of the media reports, y'all girl Kamala is in trouble right now. Her numbers are looking a little funny style. You know, they try to put up a good face by saying, yeah, she's beating Trump here and there, but not really. But they try to encourage people to go out and vote for her. Kamala is struggling right now, especially in the battleground states. Trump is ahead of her in the battleground states, which are the most important states. And also they did a survey showing how many points she's behind many of the other Democratic candidates in the last few elections. So in the early preliminary polls, she's behind them as far as the electoral college and all of that. So remember, when Hillary was going up against Trump, they were bragging about how her early poll numbers are so great. They're so great. They're so great. And her ass still lost. So Kamala's numbers are doing worse than Hillary's. You understand? So they're in trouble. They are in trouble, and this is why we've been seeing a lot of shilling. The reason why they're in trouble, that's because of the grassroots. That's because of you guys. Everybody's been on the Democrats' bumper. They've been on Kamala's bumper about not having a black agenda, not having anything tangible for us. And she's been getting called out, and people didn't expect her to get called out by the grassroots. And that black base, which is the Democratic Party's base, there's no other base. They're not as galvanized as they want them to be. That's the reality. That's why the shills and trolls stay in our rooms. They stay monitoring us. They stay trying to discredit us. Notice all these little janky articles and all these tethers and trolls always making 24-hour posts about me, trying to discredit me so that y'all won't listen to reason and logic, because I'm gonna come at you with reason and logic. I'm not one of these Democratic shills who's trying to get a job somewhere and they're gonna sell you up the river so that they can get some janky position. I don't do business like that, man. Yeah, fortunately, I got more sway where I ain't got to get down like that. But yeah, that Boule tether class, they're really trying to sell the soap to you, and it's not working. People see it for the con job it is. And one of the reasons why it ain't working is because, man, the families, everybody's standing on lineage business. They weren't expecting that. Everybody is standing on lineage business. This is why they keep trying to promote Kamala Harris as a black candidate, because she doesn't have a black agenda. So they have to galvanize black people somehow. So what they're trying to do is shame us into voting for her, because she's told us what the hell she ain't gonna do for black people. So that was good enough for me to say, hell, she can kick rocks. But now they want to shame us into voting for her out of some black solidarity, which she ain't no foundational black American, and her dad's lineage is questionable. And other people, have y'all seen some of these articles and stories coming out about these grandmothers, quote unquote, that she's been taking pictures with? Um, there's some discrepancies about who her grandmother was, because she had a picture of her and some black lady talking about this is her grandmother, Bethel or something, a Beryl, but the name of that grandmother had died in the 60s. So the woman that she was standing with, some people believe that that was their maid or somebody. So it's a cluster flop with a lot of unanswered questions with this woman and her family. But they keep trying to crowbar this black thing on us. And her father's side, because that's where all the discrepancies are coming from. That little father of hers, his background is so shadowy. It's nothing definitive. There's nothing definitive about that man ever classifying himself as black at all. And that's where the discrepancies come from, and people are calling it out. So that is what it is. She was on Kamala was on what was the show with the Matt Barnes and the other brother? I don't know what the name of their podcast is, but she went on there with them. And by the way, the invitation is still out there. I still have an invitation for Kamala, Miss Harris, and Donald Trump to come sit down at the Hidden History Museum and chop it up with me. Let's do a real interview, 30 to 45 minutes. Keep it short and sweet, and let's just talk policies. We don't do gotcha. Kamala is still welcome. I will be very respectful. If I'm interviewing somebody, I will be very respectful. I will ask the real questions, and I will get them to let black folks know why we should support them, because that's the name of the game. Nobody's sitting down saying that. Nobody's getting down with somebody who's neutral, because I'm very neutral. I'm not really supporting anybody. I'm not supporting nobody. I'm very neutral. So whoever's going to do something for the black community with some tangibles, that's who I want to rock with. So I want to give everybody an opportunity to sit here and tell us what you're going to do. I don't want to hear about you making collard greens they're going on these platforms where people are just giving them reach arounds. People are just kind of stroking them off, and we got to see what's going to be done for us. What are we getting out this game? So that's what I want to get into. All right, we got a lot of folks in here. All right, let's get Nick. Nick, what's up? You got a blackface Al Jolson thing going on. What's going on, Nick? All right, Nick, unmute your microphone. All right, you can speak now, Nick. Since you got the blackface thing going on, go ahead and speak, Nick. All right, Nick, you don't have anything to say? Okay. If you're gonna have a all right,
Yeah,
let's let's get X. Nick ain't saying nothing. Yeah, if you have a black face meme, Nick, you should say something. But X, what's going on, man?
man. What's going on, Tariq? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, bro?
Yeah. What's your take on this, man? Because I constantly keep hearing it, but do you always get like that white person or non-black person that keep calling you brother? Like it's like a dry N word kind of. What you think about that?
No, I don't trip on that. Nah, I don't trip on that because sometimes I'll call a non-black person brother just I just out of habit, just speaking to other people. Like, hey, what's going on, brother? I just do it. Yeah, so sometimes people do it out of habit, so I don't think there's too much to it. If they start getting a little too slangy with the words, now it gets a little condescending, you know. If they get a little too slangy using slang that's not natural for them. Hey, my G. When they start doing that, okay, calm down. All right, calm down, Scooter. You know, when they get a little too slangish, all right, now you don't talk like that. Who was doing that when I went to Africa? They were doing that. We went to Tanzania and in Zanzibar, and some of the African cats when they saw me and Lexi, they're like, "Hey, word to the mother, my niggas." Remember that, Lexi? Hey, my main man. Let's get jiggy, my nigga. Oh, like, what? Okay, all right, okay, okay. They went into that whole thing. I'm like, no, brother, you don't have to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. Yeah, they see it on TV and they think, okay, cool. If y'all come over here, I'm not like, hey, my nigga, what's happening? You want some food? I got some jollof for you, nigga. We don't do that. I mean, so I mean, the hell you talking in a bogus slang for? Yeah. Black diaspora. What's up, Black?
Hey, yeah, Tariq. So, man, I got a quick question for you, man. When Obama was elected, I was in elementary school. When he left the office, I was in college. Refresh my memory if I'm incorrect. But I remember people criticizing Obama, and the shills at that time used to say, "Well, we didn't ask, we didn't demand anything from Obama." Um, am I correct when I say they were saying that? Now that we're demanding something, we're the wrong ones, correct?
Yeah, you know what? And a lot of people were waiting on Obama to do something. We thought, okay, we know he gonna do something. That's what a lot of black people were thinking. When he was in office, but there was an uptick on black people getting slaughtered by these race soldiers and wannabe race soldiers. And we sat on our hands with Obama. That's why a lot of stuff went down under Obama. We kind of sat on our hands thinking, okay, we know he's going to do something. We ain't going to have no black president who's just going to leave us hanging. And that little old musty tether left us hanging, man. And I want y'all to go back and look at interviews from back in 2016 when I was on the Breakfast Club. I was very critical of Obama when he was in office. Go back and look at the tapes. Go back 2016. I was on his bumper like, "Hey, Obama's going to have to come through with some tangibles, man. He needs to come through with something for us, for black people. This whole lift all, everybody's going to get lifted up. No, 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 no. We need specifics." And we sat on our hands with Obama. And that was a lesson. Obama was a major lesson. Um, we should never, lesson one, go for white supremacy with a black face on it. That's a very important thing we should never ever do. We should have learned lessons from Obama. Obama was white supremacy with a black face. What they did, they put him in office and let all of this racial stuff happen to us. And the excuse was, well, hey, it can't be racism. We got a black president. How are we going to be racist? And the president is black and the DOJ is black. How is there racism? Racism don't exist. You're your own worst enemy. So they were used, Eric Holder and Obama, they were used as covers for white supremacy. They were used as a black cover and a black shield for white supremacy. We should never let that happen again. Never ever let that happen again. This is what they're trying to do with Kamala Harris, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it would be horrible to let Kamala Harris get in office. Horrible, because that woman has already said what she ain't gonna do for black people. And this woman has a track record of locking black people up and being anti-black, period. All of this, she eats collard greens and listen to Too Short, that's all cap. Man, there's old videos of that woman, Kamala. Have y'all seen those videos where she talks about locking up mothers and shit? He's talking about black mothers so that she's locking up. Y'all remember those old tapes, those old videos of her where they were criminalizing truancy? If children were missing school, they would lock the parents up. And boy, she was cackling like a madman about that. I remember her doing some kind of press conference and she was like, I got a lot of power, okay? And with the power of my pen, just a swipe of my pen, I can change laws, okay? And one thing I wanted to do, okay, when children were not going to school, I would lock up the parents. I'm like, that old diabolical ass laugh. What's funny about that? The hell is funny about that, fool? This one was cackling and bucking her damn eyes, laughing. Like, what is wrong with this woman? This woman got joy, just a sick, cackling ass joy out of that nonsense, man. I'm like, she's strange, dude. This woman is strange as hell. So just imagine, man, if that woman gets in office, things happen to us, that woman ain't gonna do nothing. That woman ain't gonna lift a finger. They're gonna do just like Obama, sign blue laws to protect the police and do all this other stuff. And then people up here talking about some damn Project 2025. And also, what's funny, one of the people that I heard about this, one of the people that think co-authored or somebody from the Heritage Foundation that was a part of the Project 2025 manifesto thing. I heard that they endorsed Kamala. So they love putting that Project 2025 on Trump. And from what I heard, the person from the Heritage Foundation, who was one of the co-authors allegedly of that, is supporting Kamala. So it's very, very funny style stuff in the political arena right now.
From New York Times best-selling author Tariq Nasheed comes Foundational Black American Race Baiter, the groundbreaking book shaking up the conversation on race in America. As one of the most influential voices for Black Americans today, Nasheed exposes the tactics used to manipulate, subjugate, and control Black communities. In this powerful read, Tariq Nasheed equips you with the knowledge to resist injustice and reclaim your narrative. Don't miss out on the book that's redefining the game. Foundational Black American Race Baiter, available now at officialfba.com. Get your copy today.